Hello guys and welcome to another coaching session. Today we will be taking a look at a Thresh support. He is currently Platinum 3 and this is patch 5.20. His name is Thresh Q, I think? Or well, Thresh Q. Thresh Q. Well, probably a Thresh main, so we'll take a look at that. um, Taking a look at both team, going for Ancient Coin is okay, but that's not the best thing you could have done. You do not need that much movement speed to engage. You have a Gragas, you have a Shen, you even have even LeBlanc can engage. Your hook can engage, so you do not need that talisman in during the late game to be able to be effective against the enemy team. Uh, and on the other side, they have a Blitzcrank, they have Kalista. Karma's okay. Devour Shivana would hurt a lot. Yasuo, so a lot of burst on a single target and possibly AOE also. So going for the Relic Shield would have been a better choice. Going for Ancient Coin, as I said earlier, is not a bad choice, but it could have been better with the Relic Shield. So you guys are being really defensive for. Well, actually, like being defensive right here is okay. That's the right thing you have to do. But you guys are focusing way too much on this side. And look at Gragas. He doesn't bring any vision at all. Like you guys should be standing around here. Okay, here is the safest spot to look for the this entrance. Okay, because by standing here, you have plenty amount of time to just run away whenever they see you, instead of standing in this bush. Um, and also, yeah, you already put a ward here, so there's no reason why guys should be stacking here. You guys should be human warding, even if there is a blitzcrank on the other side. That's even a bigger reason to actually get more vision all around, because you will know if blitzcrank invades or not. Okay, so you're playing really passively right here. It's okay, but you should be helping your ADC hit the minions to get level 2 before they do, because once Blitzcrank get level 2, he is going to be really aggressive, and if he lands a hook, okay, if he lands a hook on you guys on level 2 and you guys are level 1, it's obviously a flash blown, or he's either going to kill you, or well, they are going to kill you or Lucian, or you guys are going to burn heal and flash. So you should be sorry about that. You should be helping your ADC push the lane to get level 2 as fast as possible against a Blitzcrank. Also, this ward was pretty useless. You just wasted your ward. Yeah, it was you. Okay, so don't put your ward right here. Um, you really gain no vision at all putting your ward right there. Your minions, your minions didn't even go past this line, so Blitzcrank wouldn't be that much of a threat. Even if he was in the bush, he would have been a tiny bit of a threat had he been like on the tip. But let's say he's around here, Kalista is not gonna walk up here, right? So if he grabs you, doesn't even matter. You guys are gonna kill him before Kalista even comes. So this ward is a bit of a waste. If you wanted to ward the lane, put it on the other bush. That's more of a threat than in this bush. Or simply just keep it and you go inside the bush and stand pretty far, because if Blitzcrank tries to do a blind Q in the bush and grabs you, it's gonna cost you a lot. So yeah, next time just stand in the ward, stand in the bush instead of doing this, because this doesn't add anything. Like yeah, you're collecting your souls, but you could just walk out, collect your soul, and just walk back in the bush instead of doing that. Okay, you knew you were gonna get level 2, so you should have moved forward way much than this, way more, because your level 2 like theirs, you guys level 2 is actually pretty strong. Your hook, your fly, Lucian's double passive proc, I think you can proc twice, yeah, double passive proc and his Q and his E, it's gonna bring a lot of damage output to this lane, especially on the melee blitzcrank. So you guys level 2 against them level 1, it's the same thing as they are level 2, you guys level 1. This lane, both you and Blitz are pretty heavy level 2 aggressive champions. So you should have moved forward, attempted the hook, and actually just disrupt the Kalista. Don't let her free farm. You're one level ahead of her, so you should have been trying to disrupt her instead of just walking around. and just help your ADC push the lane. It's actually better for you if if you push it down to the turret and you just play passively after you just farm, because Lucian, unlike Kalista can throw her Q, yeah, but Lucian has a bigger potential of poking, and he can do it safely. He can do it within the minions. So, um, yeah, so like if you guys push it up, Lucian can easily just use the minions here to harass Kalista, and knowing that Blitzcrank is melee, you are going to be able to harass him within the minion, so he's not going to be able to grab you. But okay, of course, if you guys ever go out of out of the safe zone within where the minion is, of course he's going to grab you. So you have to be careful around that. But yeah, harassing them under the turret is something that is easier for you guys than if they push you guys under the turret. Okay, look at that. Lucian easily. Oops. Lucian can easily just harass people. That's like one of the main strengths of Lucian, and you can zone people with your hooks. Good one. Yeah, well, that was a good flush. So worth it. But we'll take a look at that again. Yep, that's good. Um, burning your flash for Kallista's heal and for that much pressure in the lane is worth it. Okay, so you did a good choice right there. Even though it cost you your flash and your ignite, it's still worth it because she's going to be denied a lot of things. Good. Well, you trade 1 kill on the ADC for 1 kill on the support. It's pretty good. Um, Again, this is something I tell a lot of people. You bought too many wards. This would have been good. Okay, this would have been really good had you been playing like at Worlds or in the LCS. But at this elo, even in Diamond, like you don't buy that many wards in the early game. It doesn't even matter. Um, like it's good. Of course, it's good. Wards are always good, but you bought too many too early. That's the problem, because your impact in the game is going to be higher if you get if you save a bit of money to get your well, other more meaningful items that are going to be more useful to your team overall than if you buy wards like that. Because for the bottom lane, putting pink ward here is okay, like it's good, it's never bad, but you could have just alternated your yellow trinket with Lucians and put it in the river. So that is like a bad investment. It's an investment. It's gonna bring you something, but it's not gonna bring you as much as if you invested it somewhere else. So pretty good right there. So yeah, again, that is a bit overkill. Wording. Because honestly, even if Shyvana comes, she doesn't have her level 6 yet. and she doesn't have flash. So her only, okay, pre-level 6, her only way of initiating is if Blitzcrank grabs you in, and that's taking for granted that you always perma ward this with your trinkets. So you didn't have to worry right there, because unless Blitzcrank grabs you in, you guys are not gonna die. Like, even if Shyvana comes, you guys can potentially, okay, even potentially 2v3 them. So pretty good. They were running on Blitzcrank, so you use that time to hit on Callista and making her back, so it's pretty good. Oh, okay, no, she didn't have heal. Okay, right now, you don't have a lot of mana, um, and you, why is it changing? And you're not gonna be staying in the lane that longer, because, well, it's gonna be useless, right? So there is really no reason why you should be using your pots, because you're basically using your pots to then recall to the fountain. So you just wasted the two biscuits that you bought earlier. So instead of using your biscuits, just let Lucian push the wave, or auto attack the wave to help him push, and then just back off. Like, there's no reason why you should be proccing your biscuits to stay in the lane. That's something that well, the recall timing is something that you should have either asked Lucian, like, are we gonna recall after this, or push and recall, or just do it yourself and recall and just let Lucian push the wave after, because there's no threat of Lucian getting killed in lane, so you should have just recalled instead of using biscuits. Uh, it's okay there, but there's really no reason to dive there. Like, this could have been avoided. There is really no reason why you guys would have dove right there. Um, you knew Blitzcrank was gone, okay? You saw him fighting with the Shen, and, well, you saw him with the wards too. So you already knew Blitzcrank was gone. What you should have done is Lantern Lucian, because he's the main damage output, right? He's the one bringing all the damage. So Lantern Lucian right here, make him go in, flay Callista, and bring her to like 25% HP or something like that. She's of course going to be like at around 25% HP if Lucian comes in. So there's really no reason why you guys should have dove right there, because even though if you get a kill, you might would have been way too low to be able to get the turret after. So you're basically trading a potential kill on Callista instead of a potential turret. The turret, of course, is more worth it than Callista, right? So you guys should have just got her low by using what, lantern, and that's it, and get the turret after, because she's not going to be able to defend. She doesn't have long range enough and good spells enough to be able to wave clear in this particular situation. So getting her low to get the turret should have been your priority instead of getting the kill. Like, even higher HP than this would have been fine. Like, you didn't need to bring her this low. And that cost you actually the opportunity of getting the turret, because now you basically lost Lucian and you can't get a turret. So that is something that could have been avoided, and a better situation could have happened instead of this one, had you just tried to get the turret. Like, unless the kill grants you the turret, then there's really no reason why you should go for well, why you should risk getting the kill. Because if that kill is free, then of course get it. But if that kill has any risks of you either dying or not being able to get an objective after that, then just don't go for it. Okay, now that you have your sight stuff, I didn't see that. Oh, that was a nice one. Really good turnaround on Blitzcrank. You knew that you could kill him, so really good turnaround on Blitzcrank right there. But yeah, well, it's just unfortunate that Blitzcrank got grabbed. So good. Well, let's take a look at that again because I was watching the boards. Okay, so he just walks up and sells. Whenever your ADC or anyone on your team is getting chased, just throw the lantern where you think they will be walking. Don't throw it on them, or even worse, behind them, because they will have to walk back. So that's sorry about that. Okay. Oops. So you knew that Lucian was gonna walk here, like around here. So like of course he's going to walk to the turret, unless he wants to turn to hit the Blitzcrank, which is actually not a bad idea. If he turns to hit the Blitzcrank, it's okay. Like he will still have your lantern and his dash after, right? So instead of throwing the lantern behind him, and instead of just walking forward, just throw your lantern and walk away. Like there is no reason why you would have walked up, threw your lantern behind him, and well, basically that's what caused all this. Well, didn't cause all this, but Lucian could have lived if you threw your lantern in front of him. And he could have juked it. He could have faked taking the lantern, and then just like wait for Blitzcrank to grab, and then take the lantern after. Like he wasn't in the real danger of dying at that moment. Accelerate a bit. Okay, so you go deep ward is pretty good. Okay, good initiative. Instead of putting the ward there, you could have just put it in the bush, or you could have put it right here, because playing against Blitzcrank, it's like, yeah, I have to agree with you. This ward gives you more vision overall, because it gives this side and a tad bit up there, a tad bit up here. But playing against a Blitzcrank, it is better to put your wards in bushes, because Blitzcrank can easily like trap you, or like set up something to kill you guys. So just putting wards where you think Blitzcrank is potentially going to hide is better than putting it on non-warded, non-bush terrain. There's not much reason why you should be hiding at the moment. What you should be doing at this time is help Lucian push zone at Callista, so she can't CS properly, and just then after you're done, just go do dragon with Lucian and Gragas. Lucian is pretty fed. Blitzcrank was dead, and Callista wouldn't have been able to come. So it would have been better. Like the timing would have been way better if you just helped your ADC push the lane, and then um, go do dragon. Because getting a kill on Callista is going to waste you way too much time compared to the fact that you can get dragon pretty safely. So you're basically trading safety on dragon for a potential kill on Callista. So the safety on dragon is better than the potential kill in Kalista. So just overall, stop worrying about getting a single kill. Start worrying about getting objectives because that's what's gonna win you the game. Really nice hooks. Um, mobility boots. Sorry again. Mobility boots is okay, but honestly, at this stage of the game, you really don't need that much mobility on your champion because you most of the time you're not gonna be ganking that much. Well, not anymore. That is, and honestly, you're not gonna be walking way too deep to put wards, etc. So getting mobility boots is okay, but getting maybe cooldown reduction boots. Do you have CDR?
Red team's
No,
turret
that's
has been
MR.
destroyed.
Yeah, getting even cooldown reduction boots with the playstyle that you have, getting cooldown reduction boots would have been really good on you. It would have been way more cost effective with the way you're playing Thresh. And then getting mobility boots is because
Killing
your
spree.
team is obviously like super ahead of them right now. You have a lot of pressure, so roaming around the map is not like something that is going to be crucial on your part at this stage of the game. Um, Landing good hooks like you've been doing like since the beginning of the game is what is going to be more impactful in the game. Really nice right there, tanking the turret for Lucian.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Like um, try to see from now on. Okay, even from when you got the mobility boots, try to see how many seconds, how many minutes you spend roaming, and how many seconds you spend attempting a hook or attempting to get a kill or something, and compare to see if the movement speed is worth the fact that you can land even more hooks, more plays, and do more plays. Right now, uh, setting up wards right there is okay. It's pretty good actually. Why did you? But knowing that dragon is going to spawn soon in 1 minute 30, you should have you should be trying to set up wards at dragons. Okay, in normal situations. Okay, right now you guys are just killing them no matter what. So doesn't even matter that much at this elo. But what you should be doing right now is try to set up the dragon, make it easier for your team to get a free dragon, and meanwhile Shen just does whatever Shen does, which is like split pushing top. Um, and yeah, because those wards, if you guys are not gonna focus on the top turret, which is not something that is super important at the moment, um, then there's really no need for you guys to be well, there's really no need for you to be setting those wards up if you're not gonna be using them. Oh yeah, well this is just stomp. Most of the time I honestly prefer when people send me like games where it's actually like closer or like oh yeah, well just basically closer because if you're stomping the enemy team, then they're just doing bad moves and there's really not much I can say about how the way you play. And if you basically get stomped, then you're just tilting and there's really no benefit. So actually, it's actually better if you send me games that are way closer than this because this is just a stomp, and the enemy team is actually just playing bad. So I should be coaching something that well a replay that could actually benefit you way more than if you send me a replay like this. Because right now all I can say is like good hooks and good plays and blah blah blah. Right now, there's really no need for you to be around this side of the map. You should be pushing with your team,
Killing spree.
bot lane, or actually like help your team push bot lane with the minions bot side.
Killing spree.
Well, well, that was just a stomp. I'll go through a few recommendations that I have. So, first, sorry, I'm coughing a lot. So first, when you're in the lane, stand in the bush instead of walking in the lane because you do not add any added value, especially as a Thresh. If you stand um way too close to their minions because you're basically not going to be able to land hooks, and your presence in the bush is way more threatening than if you just let them see where you are. Second of all, try to attempt a level 2 all-in versus their level 1 because your level 2 as a Thresh is super good. It's like an Alistar level 2 also. Morgana is okay. Like Morgana level 2 is not that threatening. Leona level 2 is good. Blitzcrank level 2 is good. Braum is fine. And all those kind of things, like you have to always keep in mind: is your level 2 going to be super crucial compared to theirs if they're level 1? Then if yes, in your case yes, then you should be attempting an all-in level 2, even though it's going to cost you maybe a lot of HP because you failed your all-in. The reward that it's going to give is a lot of it's really really worth it, so you should be trying it, but of course try not to fail also. So and thirdly, sorry, invest money in more impactful items early game than wards. Yes, wards are always good. Like always, there's no denial that wards are good, but there is more impactful things that you could have done early game than instead of buying wards. Even saving money to get boots would have been better than buying wards because your wards were pretty much not used the whole laning phase. You could have just doubled yellow trinket bot lane with your ADC, like alternate yellow trinkets, and you would have been just fine. Also, when you know that you're gonna recall, like Kalista is dead, Blitzcrank is not gonna be able to defend. I mean, like Blitzcrank is not gonna be a huge threat to you, and you have a tons of minions that are pushing towards the enemy turret. Obviously, you know you're gonna recall, so don't waste your biscuits before recalling. That's just a bad investment of money because you basically bought biscuits to use them before recalling. So it's not something that I should be doing. Um, when you have the opportunity to get a turret, it's better to try to get it than try to get a kill that will risk you not getting the turret. Uh, it basically comes back to the other diving Kalista thingy earlier. When you throw your lantern, try to throw it in the walking path of your allies instead of throwing it behind them. And also stop trying to set up for kills instead of setting up for objectives. Okay, if you can set up for an objective, then do it. Don't try to wait in the bush or do something that will get you a kill but will not get you an objective after. Getting a kill is denying, like what's important in getting a kill is it's the fact that denying the enemy um like Kalista or Blitzcrank or whatever, the opportunity to be able to pressure your objectives. So let's say you want to kill Kalista. The fact that you want to kill Kalista must be around the fact that she will not be able to present to be able to pressure around Dragon. So the 300 gold and the +1 on your score is really, really the last thing you should be thinking about. Like those are super not important. Maybe 300 gold, yeah, but the +1 is doesn't even matter. Winning the game is what matters. So stop trying to set up for kills, set up for objectives. And also try to compare the benefit of different items depending on your playstyle. There is never ever ever a static build. If you ever build a static build on a single champion, what I mean by static is that it's a build basically that never changes. Then you're doing it wrong. Okay. Um, people have different playstyle. People have different build path. People have different champion pools. So you should always, and also the team comp, etc. You should always try to itemize for your playstyle, for the team comp, and for the current situation or for future situations. So getting mobility boots was okay, but getting even lucidity boots, well, the cooldown reduction boots, even ninja tabi or tabi, whatever, would have been okay. Merc threads might be overkill for the tenacity, but tabi lucidity boots would have been pretty good choices against the enemy team. Mobility boots is okay, but you have to be considering other options. So that's it for this video. It was pretty short and sweet. So thank you guys for listening. If you liked it, you can thumbs it up, subscribe to my channel. If you're interested in receiving free coaching, I will add in the description below like the steps you have to do before getting free coaching. So again, thank you for listening, and until then, I'll see you guys in the next video.